Hello and welcome to this another episode of becoming and being recognized as best in whatever you pick to do. And today we have another interesting question and a topic to answer. It's a question and a topic on each one of you must have faced it, and you probably face it every day, and you're going to keep facing this every day in rest of your life. Now, the question is, how do I keep focused when there's a lot to study and even extend to lot to do? Isn't that the question that every one of us? There's so many things to do in life. There's so many things to study if you're a student, if you're a professional, there's so much work to be done at work. If you're a business person, so many things to do to run your business, and you are not able to focus on what to do. So how to get out of this trap of not being able to focus when there's a lot of things to study or do? Okay, let me share with you what are the things that I do, and they help me tremendously. Right now, first thing I would advise is to list each of these down on a sheet of paper. You need to keep a kind of a either a whiteboard if you are running a business, or if you are running a notebook, or whatever device you have, whatever technology you have. In that, you keep listing the things that keep coming to your mind that you need to do or study. So make a list of all those. Now, what is the advantage of making the list? So one of the things that takes our focus away is this constant worry. What if I forget to do this thing? And that's one thing that happens. And many times I also get up at middle of the night at 2 o'clock and say, hey, what about that? And what I do is I get up immediately, even in the middle of the night, and write it down on a sheet of paper, wherever in my diary, wherever I have a list of things to do. And that gives me such a peace of mind, and I'm able to go back and sleep again. So that's the first thing. So this whole act of listing the thing down on a sheet of paper takes away the stress of you being able to forget that thing that you suddenly remembered that you must be doing. The second thing that you need to do is once you have this list done, so you would have a big list of things to do, right? Like I used to have, now I don't have that anymore. But I used to have, and all of you, I'm sure, would have that, whether you are a student, working professional, or a business person. So, what you then need to do is to prioritize this. Obviously, you will have such a big list, maybe running over a full page, and you won't know where to begin, and that it also takes away your focus, right? So, first thing I would advise you to quickly go run through that list and mark that list for the day, today's date, and there you tick and cross. So only tick those things, cross those things that can be done tomorrow. So if this is not that urgent that it needs to be done today, put a cross on that. Don't strike it off, because you need to just put a cross on one side of that, and that will leave for you maybe half, or maybe only 25%, or maybe 10% of the work that leaves for you to be done today. So first thing is to look at the things that needs to be done. They cannot be postponed for tomorrow, and that's how you get a list of things that are urgent. Now, second thing is, out of that, then again you need to prioritize. Now, if there are 5 things, there are 10 things that must be done today. Let's say there are 5 things that must be done today. Then again, you need to prioritize to keep it focused. You can do only one thing at a time, in spite of all that multitasking we're talking about. Anyone can handle only one thing except computers, probably. So, what you need to do is look at each of these and say, okay, right on the right hand side of each work. So, create a kind of a table. The first urgency, the task, and the importance. Now, the importance part, you put what kind of result if you spend today's time on doing that, what kind of benefit or results will it bring? And let that be quantified. Now, or maybe some kind of a ranking at best. So, what I used to do when I used to have a lot of work as a general sales manager like this, I used to look at this list and maybe put some kind of quantification and saying, okay, if I give this topmost priority, what kind of result what kind of sale can I expect get out of this? What kind of profit can I get out of that? Similarly, you could make some estimation of that if I spend so much time on this particular subject, How many marks can I get that? As a businessman, again, you can like, okay, what kind of business result can I? And this needs to be judgment. You don't need to go round and round in circles to make a foolproof estimate, because there is no such thing called foolproof estimate. An estimate will go wrong. Estimate is by definition a forecast, and forecast will go wrong. So don't worry about it. Make a judgment. If you make a mistake, you have another day to look at this list tomorrow and adjust the priorities. So adjust the day-to-day priorities. So prioritize. So make on against each thing to be done today only. You make a list. You make a quantification, a rough quantification of what benefits or what outcome will it give it for you. And then obviously the you would put number one as those stars that gives you maximum benefit, maximum result that you're looking for. If let's say, for example, you are preparing for CAT examination, and you have to prepare, you have three choices to make on preparing on VARC, DILR, and quantitative aptitude, and you know you're good at quantitative aptitude. So, and if you put that 1 hour on work on quantitative, you're going to get maximum marks. Then you think life is very clear about where to spend that 1 hour, right? Isn't it? So that's how you can kind of get back focused on what to do in order of sequence for the day that you can do. And don't worry about trying to do everything. That's just a priority. And by looking at this priority, you can feel very comfortable that you're making the best decision for the day based on the information available today. And the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth thing can wait for either today when you have more time, or when you have more time available in the days coming. So that will allow you a tremendous peace of mind and heart to allow you to give your best attention and focus to the work that you need to do. Does this make sense, boys and girls, men and women? I have done this. It still makes sense. I'm 65 now. I've been doing this since the age of 25 for 40 years, and always has worked, and I'm sure it will work for you. So take it, give it a try, and I'm sure you can get back to keeping focused on even when there's a lot of work to do.